All right, what's good with it, chat? I think the whole no shooting with Embiid is diabolical comment is absolutely hilarious. So I decided to put that in this video. But yeah, man, I gotta take smart shots. And some of the shots that I had, they looked open, but they weren't really open, so I didn't take them. But I do got to do a video of Embiid in his bag work, so I got that coming for you. Should be patient, but in this video right here, I'm using Zion, and I'm actually in the two position. So this is actually one of the small opportunities I get to actually show off my defensive skills. And I'm up against Clarkson, and his name is Where You Going. You know, with a name like that, he finna try to work that ball. So I was like, all right, he about to get active. So this is like a good time for me to actually show you guys how I play defense when I got a big in the two position. So yeah, and this is solo queue as well. So I'm also still, focusing on the comment that my guy left for me about being, competitive and solo queue, how you get around screens, things like that. So this is like a prime video for me to show it. So like I said, we know Clarkson about to get active, right? So I am slowing it down because this is a breakdown video. Notice how I stop moving. I'm bringing that demi defense that I taught y'all about in NBA Infinite to DCD. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and sprint straight across the court to the left side, and it's gonna be heavy contested. I also got CP3 there with the help defense, so shout out to CP3. Even though I didn't need it, I appreciate that. It ain't too many times you get some help defense in solo queue, but check this out. You know how I bap with Bam? You can bap that bitch up with Zion as well. So people think Zion can't rebound. Now you just gotta take advantage of that bap. His is called tap up, I think, and then Bam is called tap out. I think. Don't quote that. I think both of them got tap in it, but I call them bap. So here's go bap up. I'm begging for the fucking alley. I ain't getting shit though. It's solo queue. MB knocks that down with the fade. 2-0. You're gonna get to see MB scoring this one because you hit me with that comment like not scoring with MB. So yeah, so check it out. We're gonna focus on how I do my demi defense in DCD. Okay. Try to set the screen there. Step back from CP3. Yeet. That's his primary way of scoring if you guys haven't used CP3. Like he doesn't have an offensive bag. He's all about defense. But that step back is pretty good. Okay. Bad shot right here. So I'm at the two position, right? So go ahead and you see how the opponent's big is going. Box out the opponent big for your big so that he can get that free rebound. And of course you want to jump as well, but that's an easy free rebound for my MB. Like he didn't even have to work for it because I already took care of boxing out both of the opponents, right? So take advantage of that if you're in the two position and you're playing big. MB gets the dunk right there, 6-0. Keep an eye on MB. You guys, what I'm saying? You guys like to see MB score, so I'm gonna feed him. He's also talking this game, but let me focus up right here. So Clarkson asking for the ball. Slow it down. All right. So again, this is solo queue, right? So I'm not expecting to have any help on defense. This is one of those moves where he's gonna sprint across court. So I'm sprinting across court as well, because that's one of Clarkson's like that's one of the moves that we know Clarkson got in his bag work, right? Being able to just dot across the entire field. I wasn't able to get there though, but I put it in here because I knew that it was predictable. That I don't know what it's called. I don't use Clarkson. I'm just familiar with his bag work, which is why I'm familiar with guarding it. So I knew he was going to dot across the court, and I just had to sprint across the court. Very predictable. I just couldn't get there, so I wasn't able to play it perfectly. But it's in there because it's I mean it's in his bag. It's predictable. I set the screen for Embiid. He doesn't get it. Look how I'm out of position. Way out of position. I'm gonna go ahead and bap that bitch up. Like y'all said, y'all think Zion can rebound. Stop playing with my big. I'm gonna go ahead and circle around, let it hit the ground where the symbol for the ball was landing is. Because I was just out of position. So I had to just give it my best shot, try to bap that bitch up, and it worked. 8-2 with Embiid scoring again. He getting the job done. We got big Embiid in the building. Right here, Carson got the ball again. We know he's trying to get active. So same thing. I stopped moving that little demi defense I like to do. I cut off right side to force him to the left. So all I gotta do is just continue to doing what I'm doing. And if you're familiar with the demi defense, then you already know how I get down. I kind of let them put themselves in a position that I can capitalize on. So they think they open, right? And it's real cute. But he go ahead and pass it off. It's cute movement. But if you're not familiar with the demi defense, it's basically allowing the opponent to think they're open when they're not really open, and they're going to shoot themselves into a heavy contested or even a block shot. All right, so I cut off the left side here. CP3 activate his skill, his ultimate. So I go ahead and go right side because I know CP3 is trying to get active. So now that he goes left, CP3 gets active right here, but it just wasn't played perfectly. He wasn't able to get the steal. And then, where you going? He got a nice little he squeezed through the cracks. So he was able to get that off. But I want you guys to see what I was trying to accomplish. I noticed CP3 get active, so I was like, all right, let me cut off right side, get him back to that left side, and let CP3 help out with the help defense. Right there, I just go ahead and go up with the ultimate. I was trying to, let Embiid get active, but it was like, all right, I get a little impatient. It's like with Zion, it's like, all right, bro, I do it myself. Get a block right there. I go ahead and get it, kick it out to Embiid again because he's asking us for the ball. He wants to score. Yeet knocks that down 13-4. Again, he just, you get to see that content of it being scoring. So I think he's 50% at the 3-point line right now. Same thing right here. We're about to get active. I'm cutting off the left side, forcing him to the right, right? Go ahead and hit the sprint right there. And wow. Now, of course, this is DCD, so the animations of everything is a little wacky, but it's a block. I played it pretty good. Again, the Demi defense, it's all about that slow movement, using your sprint or your burst at the right time, making the opponent think they're open, and then pretty much just baiting them. And the reason why I came up with the Demi defense for anybody that doesn't know on NBA Infinite is I just go ahead and go up. I'm very fucking confident with my Zion when it comes to scoring, bro. But I came up with it because Cat was a problem in NBA Infinite, and I was like, bro, they're very predictable. Like right there, heavy contested. All you gotta do is just let them think they're open when they're not, and stop the shit. So now in DCD, the the kind of basics of the Demi defense or the foundation of it is still the same. It's just I'm not even sure how to explain it. Box out here, get a nice little three right there, 17-10. I'm gonna think about how to explain it for DCD. Go ahead and hit Embiid, knocks it down. So I believe he missed one three and he hit two threes. Same thing. This is in real time. Just let you see it. Think they open, but they not. And my question to y'all who's having a problem on defense, if you're having a problem on defense. And again, this is solo cube, so you have to in solo cube you can't really expect to have help defense, so you really got to do it all yourself. I was very very good on defense right there, but he was still able to find that little small crack to get that shot off. That's shout out to him. But yeah, in solo queue, you have to, pretty much rely on your own skills for the most part. You never know who you're gonna have as your teammates, rather than in trios where you can, rely on a double team. But my question to y'all, because it really doesn't matter who I'm up against, you might be like, oh, it'd be different if I'm up against da 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 da. But really, it's not that different. And my question is there anybody in the game, player wise, that you haven't like have they done anything new, right? Like have you seen a person play Clarkson and they pulled some shit out they ass that you never seen? Has anybody played Luca and they pulled the move out that you never seen? Has anybody played SGA, KD, Curry? Has anybody played any of these shooters, PG-13, and they just pull out a move that you have never ever seen, bro? And if the answer is no, then that means you should have an idea of what that particular player you're guarding can do and will do. So whether it's a sidestep, whether it's step backs. Now when Harden come out, I might have a hard time against Harden because those step backs is actually the killer counter to my Demi defense. But that's a whole nother story. But as far as me guarding anybody else, the bag is the same. So it can be predicted. And that's the Demi defense. We out.